Little bit of a rough after hours, but again, like a lot of this is the trend with GameStop earnings. But tonight, we have a lot to cover. We're gonna see what happens. I am a little bit tired again, so we're gonna figure it out. I also have homework to do tonight, which screw that, but I'll have to get that done. But yeah, I was looking through some stuff. I found some things that I think a lot of you guys are going to be really interested in. So let's go through it, answer any questions, talk, and figure out what's going on, what we can look forward to over the next couple of days. How's everybody feeling after tonight? Everybody all right? Let's see. How we doing, people? Came for tendies, stayed for sharts. You know what? I mean, got to do what you got to do, honestly. How's everybody feeling? Is everybody all right? I know after hours, not what we expected. After Adam Aaron came out on that interview today and just dropped that absolute bombshell and we were ripping. We had a really weird day today. We had that initial rip up to above 48.50. I think we saw above 49 as well, too. Yeah, 49.40. Like, we were pumping today at one point. Two crosses above that 48.50. We're going to have to cross above there and stay. I think we're using that 46.50 level of support. Again, after hours doesn't mean a whole lot. We're probably going to have a really volatile day tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's also that futures rollover date. So after hours sucked a bit. Yeah, it happens. Let's see. GME reported decent numbers. They did. They just really didn't. I mean, like, I've heard that's the trend with GameStop earnings. It's just quick and easy. Here's our numbers. Here's what we're doing. No guidance. Boom. Good to go. That might be the reason why GameStop fell in the after hour, like right after the earnings call. Like, we saw a little bit of a drop. We were teetering in this 194 range, but at the end they were like, we're choosing not to offer forward-looking guidance at this time. That's not great. Usually they'll guide higher, they'll guide lower, but no guidance is kind of like it's not neutral. It's just like puts everyone in the dark. You're like, it's like, do they not know what to expect? Do they have like weird projections? Do they not want to tell us something? It's like this weird in-between phase. But again, good fundamental news is always good, but it's a short squeeze play. So like, okay, we have the shorts covered? No, most likely they added to their positions in the after hours. Just more shares to cover once they end up covering their position. Oh, we got a bunch of people in here tonight already. Thanks for all you guys popping in. If you guys don't mind, just dropping a like on the stream. It just helps us get some more people in here. So thank you to you guys who have already done it and who are going to. But yeah, so let's do a little bit of a quick Ortex update. We are going to do AMC and GME. Let's see. Coming over here, we have AMC's utilization 92.38. Still decently high. I'd like to see it a little bit higher. We have short interest at 19.04%, a little bit down. But we did see that borrowed share number jump up a little bit, but there were a lot of return shares. Now, the way that there's a little bit of like is it delayed? Is it not delayed in the live reporting? So the shares coming in are live, like they are getting returned, but I believe there's that T+2 settlement period that we would need to see in order for those shares to actually get returned. They need to settle. So these shares could have been from like 2 days or before ago. But again, estimate up here, 19.23. That's an all-time high, I believe. Very close to all-time high. So we're seeing not only are the shorts not covering their positions, but they're adding to their position. Oh, wow. You guys just really cranked it up with the likes. Thank you guys. Did I dye my hair? No, it's brown. I have brown hair. Look at this. Is it looking weird? Let me see. No, I got brown hair. It's all messed up right now because I'm tired. I'm long hair. I got to get a haircut, but yeah. And then let's check. Stonko Tracker's not going to do a whole lot. We kind of know at this point. I feel like everybody kind of understands the gamma squeeze potential going into the next 2 weeks. If you guys want to go over it, let me know. Sus hair, says Glizzy. Glizzy, your name is sus. I don't want to hear it. Cost to borrow up, obviously. Yeah, let's look. Are they gonna let us know over here? Where is it? Come on. Show advanced. Let me get advanced over here. Cost to borrow. What the? All right. Sus eyebrows. You know what, Matthew? It makes you look a little like Ben Shapiro. Oh, haven't heard that one before. His hair is the same every day. It is. I've been in BBIG for a few months now. Family, you must be crushing it then. Is that $50 call gonna hit this week or what? I don't have any $50 calls for this week, but I'm guessing Marion does. It is Wednesday now. We don't have that much time left. We would need to see a big run up. And in order for that call to really print, you would want the run up to happen tomorrow because theta is really going to get you if it doesn't. So just be careful. Ben, thank you so much for that big super. I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to all you guys who send those in. I really appreciate it. You guys don't have to. And without you guys, we wouldn't be able to continue doing what we're doing. So special shout out to Ben. My true love, Amy, was looking froggy today. Excited for the rest of the week. BBIG has 93 million short volume, 1 million short exempt, and a new 3 million shorts poured in today. It's okay, just delaying the inevitable. Yeah, a lot of people are in BBIG right now for this potential run up that we like. I believe it meets all the criteria that True Demon. I was gonna try to get him on tonight. Maybe we can try tomorrow. I don't know what my plans are like for tomorrow. I'm trying to do something that's not internet related. Also, I'm gonna talk that talk later. We're gonna wait until some more people come in here. And I've been having this conversation and having to battle people about this for so long. And there's something in not only this quarter's GME 10Q, but the previous one that shows something that a lot of people have been complaining about is just false. So we're gonna talk about that. It's also, I got to do a little bit more research into the depths of this. So we're just gonna go over it briefly in the stream tonight. But it's good. I think a lot of you guys are either gonna really like it or you're not gonna care. But yeah, let's see. Hey, STV, what's up? STV's fake ID. What's going on, man? I don't have a horse in that. I need to turn this. This is annoying. Hold on. This screen is like pissing me off. It needs a turn. All right, there we go. Now I can see without being like looking over like this. I don't have a horse in that race, but I sure hope we break that $63 level of resistance. Yeah. Sold half my BBIG today at 12:30. There you go. There you go. Shout out to mods. Thank you guys for coming in here and hanging out. Also, let's just talk about the elephant in the room really quick with GameStop. Dividend. Didn't say anything about it. Didn't say anything about the crypto. Okay. Well, we know that they're working on it. And I've heard some things from a couple of different people that what they're trying to do right now is when they release it, they want to make sure that there's not going to be any problems because think about it. It's a giant catalyst. They need it to go 100% perfectly for that dividend to get paid out and for us to have the effect that we want to have. And again, it would really, like a lot of people could say, well, it's only going to affect GameStop. I don't think that's true. We would see all of these short squeeze stocks, especially AMC and GME, really rip up. Just think about what happened in January. We saw GameStop start to rip, AMC, BlackBerry, Nokia, and a lot of these other companies came with it. So that's most likely what's going to happen again. So anything that's good for GameStop is also good for AMC. Here's the thing though. We have no idea right now what this is going to be. I don't even know if they can release an NFT crypto dividend. I don't know if that's even possible. The reason why it would be good if they could do it in an NFT would be because it's non-fungible. It's like every one would have like a number or like a barcode, but like since each one is unique, The problem is that the value of each one of those individual NFTs that would get released to investors could potentially have a vastly different value going down the road. Like if you randomly got number one if hypothetically they did pay out this NFT crypto and it caused the squeeze, and you were holding whatever the NFT is, but it's the first one and there's only one of them, that value of that thing is most likely going to be much higher than number 70 million. Or number 69 is going to have a high value, or number 420, or 420, 60. Like all those numbers are going to have a higher value than the other ones. That's the issue with the NFT crypto dividend that I see happening. It's like a weird, like the SEC could be like, that you can't do that. Like that's weird. And once it's out there and there's a market for it, the market's going to decide what those prices are. So that is the one thing that I'm like, it may not be an NFT crypto dividend. It might be a crypto dividend, which we can get into in a minute. But Ashraf, thank you so much for the super. I really, really appreciate it, man. What's up, Vix? A lot of paper hands today combined with shorts. I think the BBIG and SPRT runs ends. Mine will end. Look for volume to go up next week. Interesting. Overstock did something similar, I believe. Yeah, we're going to pull up that article. But here's the other thing. And this is where I want to pull up the Overstock article because I was only able to talk about it a little bit in the video today. But this is getting into the NFT crypto. This is Overstock. This is what caused the initial Overstock squeeze. So one of Patrick Byrne's last acts as Overstock.com's is making life difficult for short sellers. He was forever battling. Matt, thank you so much for the super. SCV just tuning in. What happened today with AMC and what are your thoughts for tomorrow and next week? I'm still very bullish. It's like one event is not going to make or break anything. But right now, we like this NFT stuff. I really want to SEC investigation confirmed by who? Oh, we're going to get into that a little bit later. Just wait a little bit. We'll cover the SEC investigation stuff right after this. But right now, it looks like 100% they're investigating. And I'm going to go crazy when we start talking about that. But I'll show you guys where it is. But I want to talk about this crypto stuff first. So let's see. While other reasons may exist for the rally, one explanation centers on a blockchain-based digital security that Overstock said on July 30th it would grant to shareholders of record on September 23rd as a dividend. Because the security could prove hard for others to lay hands on, the potential exists for it to snarl the process by which shorts maintain positions. Why is that? The theory behind the squeeze is technical, but comes down to the obligation a short seller faces to pass dividends to whomever lent them shares. Remember, if you are short a stock and they're paying out a dividend, you have to pay out that dividend. But typically the dividend is either given out in terms of like, sometimes it's shares. Like you can turn on like DRIP, like dividend reinvestment, something like program. Or it's just given out in like cash. Cash, easy. These funds can just pay it. If it's a crypto, it's like how are they going to do that? But right here it says, it is promised in July, is unregistered, will trade only on a blockchain exchange owned by a subsidiary and may face restrictions on transfer. Makes it a lot harder for these institutions to do it, who are short. Let's see. Now, this is the comment from NASDAQ, I believe. Oh, no, this was TD. Oh, yeah, NASDAQ declined to comment, but TD right here. It's a complex situation. We're trying to help our clients figure out the best course of action. As for the rally, he said, if you're short a stock, how are you going to deliver crypto? You have no way of delivering it. So you're like, okay, well, I have to cover this stock now. The other thing is that you may also, this is where the NFT part comes in. If it's non-fungible, you know how many of them are out there. Like supposedly there's the set amount of shares that are supposed to be out there, but there's actually a lot more. Well, some people aren't going to get their dividend. So they're going to have to cover those shares in order to make sure that there's not this massive problem of people who are supposed to be getting a dividend that aren't. So that's why it's like this, and that's why everybody's hyped up about it, because if they announce this, it's like, oh boy, they're going to have to cover their positions for a variety of reasons. Nepal, thank you so much for the super. Been kind of busy at the store tonight, bro, but still listening as much as I can. Grab a bang on me in the morning or text BBIG, or text BBIG a quick update. Nepal, yeah, we can do that in a minute. Somebody was asking about AMC's utilization. It's at 92.38, but I know a lot of people are wondering about BBIG, so let's take a look at that real quick. Short interest still 37.67, utilization 99.67. Really high. Really, really high. Borrowed shares, there was a net borrow against BBIG shares of 2 million. It's a lot. All right. Are you guys ready to start getting into this SEC investigation stuff? Or should we do the AMC GME partnership first? Let's see. Oh yeah, Seabiscuit, you're right. That is common. We can talk about that too. We're gonna go over that in GameStop's thing too. AMC released something very similar a while ago. That language where it's talking about like how they were overshorted and how their price is gonna be volatile. That's just a legal disclosure that they have to make of like our share price could be incredibly, incredibly volatile. Give me 1 second. It's hot in here. I'm gonna turn on the AC. All right, we're back. So SEC partnership. All right. Let me, which one is this? Where's this one? Okay. Here we go. This that I'm going to show you guys right now is from GameStop's most recent quarterly report. It's 10Q. Now, I was hanging out on Trade Spotting stream today, and somebody in his chat called this out. So shout out to Trade Spotting in his stream. If you guys don't know who Jamie is over at Trade Spotting, make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. He's an absolute awesome YouTuber. He focuses mainly on GameStop. But I caught wind of this part of the 10Q from his stream. But let's look at this really quick and read through it and think about this. A lot of people have been saying that the SEC has not been doing anything about this situation. On May 26, 2021, we received a request from the staff of the SEC for the voluntary production of documents and information concerning an SEC investigation into the trading activity of our securities and the securities of other companies. Who does that sound like? The SEC has since called for additional documents. That's going to be really important later. The SEC has called for additional documents as a follow-up to the initial request. Okay, so they're still asking for documents. They're still looking into this. We are in the process of producing the documents and have been and intend to continue cooperating fully with the SEC staff regarding this matter. This inquiry is not expected to adversely impact us. All right, cool. That's awesome. That is an SEC investigation right there. All right, here's the other thing. I thought this was kind of weird because I was like, May 26th, this was like before the time that GameStop had their last earnings or like earnings call. So this is from their previous 10Q, their previous report. So this came out, I believe it was June 8th. Now, right here, prior to these roles, Mr. Recupero served in various other roles at Amazon, focused on finances. Not right here. On May 26th, 2021, we have received a request from the staff of the SEC for the voluntary production of documents and information concerning an SEC investigation into the trading of our securities and the securities of other companies. We are in the process of reviewing the request and producing the requested documents and intend to cooperate fully with the SEC staff regarding this matter. This inquiry is not expected to adversely impact us. Okay. So this was the initial notice that people with that I don't think a lot of people have seen that that they're investigating. Okay. But that's the thing. Everybody's like, this is exactly what I was saying earlier. Everybody was either going to get really happy about this or really upset. People are going to be like, the SEC doesn't matter. But then everybody else is like, the SEC isn't doing anything. They should be doing something. It's like, okay, what do you guys want? Like, the SEC is not going to cause the squeeze. But what they are doing is they are looking into this almost guaranteed. I'm going to do some more research into this tomorrow. And this is what we're going to talk about in the video tomorrow, because this is big, guys. Like, everybody has been like, is the SEC going to investigate? Are they not? It's like, it was right in front of us the entire time. But here's the thing. When you think about SEC investigations, in my opinion, it's going to be to maybe hold some of these bad players accountable for what they've done, or it's going to make sure a situation like this can't ever happen again. And this is going to take a significant amount of time, but we know the start date. We have an idea of the starting date, May 26, 2021. The SEC is not going to report to the public what they are or are not doing. They can't. Exactly. This is not from the SEC. This is just from GameStop's report. SEC investigations take years. Exactly. SV, you have the greatest basketball player of all time in the chat. Who is that? Who do we got here? Who do we have here? Oh, Michael Jordan. How are we doing? So, yeah, it says voluntary, so they don't have to give up anything if they don't want to. Hit that like. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, just dropping a like on the stream. It just helps get some more people in here to go over some of this stuff. But, like, it's right here. So I don't want to hear it anymore. But, like, SEC should do something. Every single time I hear that now, I'm just going to be like, they are. And this is what we've been saying. It's like, you can't have a situation like this in the market where, like, these stocks are going crazy. And the amount of research that has gone into these stocks has, like, they have to investigate something. They can't just let this go. They're going to look into it. Oh, yeah. The FUD tomorrow is going to be wild. The FUD's going to be crazy. Who cares? Honestly, we know where we're at this point. SEC is worthless. Changed my mind. All right. You can think whatever you want, but there's a lot of people out there that have been like, the SEC needs to do something. It's like, you don't want them to have a quick investigation and try to get this over with quickly. You want them to take their time to really get into the nitty gritty of exactly what's gone on here. That's what I want. And I want it to happen post squeeze. Like, what are they going to do? The SEC can't just come in and be like, you need to cover your short position. I highly doubt that the SEC would cause the squeeze. Highly, highly doubt. Nothing matters but liquid IV, 100%. More time to buy shares. Exactly. Exactly, guys. Tell me about the partnership. Okay, so let me see if I can find an article about this. But what we have is essentially a notice from Adam Aron during his interview today on Fox Business. And let's take a look at when this came out. He said something like right here that he basically said, in the last time that I spoke to investors was on the earnings call. And there were a lot of questions about us getting into contact with GameStop. And he said, let me see if I tweeted it out right as I saw it. But this was his direct quote. We have made contact with GameStop. So they are in talks. But what we don't know is like what it's going to be. Like, I honestly have no idea. I think the best thing that could possibly happen is the release of the crypto dividend. I think that's the catalyst, like the one thing that could really just be like, clock is ticking, it's coming. It puts them on a timetable, and then we have a date. Right now, people throw out dates all the time, but it's not like a concrete, like, oh, it's going to happen here. It's like, oh, these things are happening, and this could cause this, and like the FTDs need to be covered by here, but there's also ways for them to kick the can down the road, or these like rollover dates or the algorithms. It's like, yeah, all of these things are like really they're all like credible pieces of information that like give us an understanding of like, oh, this week or this day has a higher potential for a big move than other days. But the one thing that puts everybody on a clock or a timetable is the X dividend date, which we don't know right now. It could happen next quarter. It's just delayed. Like, and here's the thing: if that is going to be the catalyst for like a really, really, really big run up, what's the rush? Think about it. If the stock price goes down and you still think it's going to go up, what is that called? A buying opportunity. That's not financial advice. That's just how it works. It's like people like a stock. If it goes if it goes down, they will buy the dip and hoping that it will go back up. So the longer they delay this, the more time people have to get their hands on shares. And it just keeps cycling through. And it puts more pressure on them because you know what it also does? It not only gives like retail and institutions more time to buy shares, but it gives more time for the existing short hedge funds and even new short hedge funds to come in and add to the short positions. So it just makes it even worse for them. Been holding for almost a year now. What's another? Interesting. Let's see. What do we got in here? Everyone was tweeting about something being super vague. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, 100%, man. What if they merge together? If they did it, like the merger would be good because they have to do like basically figure out what's actually out there because they're going to have to, most likely they would do it in terms of like cash and stock. It would be like I don't even know if they would be like, that's a weird one, but they would have to do like a full like account of like, okay, if there's these many shares out there, we have to buy this percentage of the company in order to like make our purchase. Well, they need to make sure that if they're buying that amount of shares, there's not just some random basket of supply out there that's going to like dilute their position, that there's just random shares out there in the market. I don't care about paying about taxes. I'm going to be rich. Xavier, like tax problems are like a good, like paying a lot of taxes is like a good problem to have because it means you made a lot of money. But if you don't pay your taxes, they're going to come after you. So be careful. Make sure you talk to a CPA. What's the Ortex on the B? Let's go back to AMC. It's going to flicker around throughout the after hours again. It just does that. Like 19.04 right now for the short interest, utilization 92.38. I believe we're supposed to get exchange reported soon too. It's probably going to be a lot higher. What if Gary Gensler is really his brother, which is why nothing has happened? That's funny. No taxes for me. My AMC is in a Roth IRA. Ho, smart move. The SEC chair vote. What happens if Biden kicks out Gary? Nepal, I don't think he would, but they're where is it? We have something happening on Friday. We have an event. Let me look. I gotta find it again. SEC. Let me see if I can find this. Where is this? SEC curb payment for order flow. Maybe it's this right here. Nope, not this. Banning payment for order flow. Oh, I had it up. I think it's Yahoo. Because it's like a big thing. Like let me pick news. Yeah. Oh, right here. Got it. My Googling skills have become a lot better. STV's fake ID. I will look at that after this. So let's see here. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler will lean on corporate disclosures as the Biden administration sets its eyes on curbing anti-competitive behavior. In a meeting of the newly formed White House Competition Council set to take place later this week, Gensler will also emphasize the agency's examination of the impact of revenue models like payment for order flows, a senior SEC official told Yahoo Finance. The SEC is one of 6 independent agencies scheduled to meet with 8 cabinet secretaries in the council's first ever meeting on Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, according to sources familiar with the matter. The White House announced the formation of the council in July, aspiring to address overconcentration, monopolization, and unfair competition. And in that article back in July, they directly name-dropped Citadel's market-making activities that could be the target of this like antitrust monopolization situation. 801 APET, thank you so much for the super. Have you been recognized at school yet? People better be yelling STV across campus. Quick thoughts on DraftKings if you can. Thank you so much for the super. I have not been recognized. 2, DraftKings, I like them over the long term. I think that a lot of people will be gambling on sports. Just think about what's happened with the stock market over the last year. People were bored, they were inside, and they were looking for something to do. I think the legalization of daily fantasy and overall sports betting is going to be good for DraftKings over the long term. I believe Kathy Wood owns DraftKings and some of her ARK ETFs. And additionally, I just like it. I used to own it. I don't believe I do anymore. I sold a lot of stuff to just go into AMC and GameStop, and it's worked out good so far. People still wondering if you're a celebrity at school. Guys, nobody knows who I am. I told you guys yesterday that I was sitting in my finance class and this kid in front of me was trying to like explain options to like these 2 girls sitting next to him before class. And I was like, dude, stop. Please stop. No payment for order flow will hurt Hood big time. That's a good thing. If in Robinhood might want to consider moving funds. They would find a different way to make money. They would go to commission. They would have to go to commission trading, or they would have to adopt a system like Public. Hope Ryan tweets tonight about NFT. He probably won't. SCB, can you go over how we can tell the squeeze is on the run down compared to extreme fluctuations that we would expect to see while it goes to the moon? Is there a way to tell? Let's think about that. Like we're gonna see short interest drop, but again, it's just gonna come right back up because like people are gonna be like people who have not shorted AMC in the past, they're gonna see it rip or GameStop or any of these stocks, and they're gonna see the short interest drop by shorts covering, and they're gonna try to short it on the way down. So there's gonna be that little window where the short interest drops, and then it just rockets back up. But yeah, there's not really a way to tell for sure. Like you're going to have to come up with your own plan to like really, really have a good understanding of what could potentially be the end. Like eventually it will end, but AMC, in my opinion, AMC, GameStop, and all these other stocks are going to be like I don't want to say screwed because it's good. They're like screwed in terms of their price movements forever. Because think about it. If we run to like 200, 500, 1,000, 5,000, those crazy high numbers, what do you think other institutions are going to do? They're going to hop on the train of it's wildly overvalued fundamentally, and they're going to short the stock. Now, they're most likely going to overshort it again. So when it comes back down to normal levels, okay, well, they have this open short position now that's up a gajillion dollars because they might have been able to time the top or maintain the margin requirements for the entire period of when we were squeezing, and now it's back down. But what do they do then? Well, they're going to need to book those gains, or they're going to try to find ways to like take loans out against that position, which probably what they would do. But if they're going to cover their position, well, then it's just going to cause another run up. And we can see this with Overstock. And this is like the ping pong thing that we were talking about. Oh, wait, I think it's max. I think I need it on the max. Oh, no, right here is good. So we have the initial run up. We have it coming down, shorted again, rips up to 128, comes down, shoots up, comes down, shoots up, comes down. I see that happening for AMC and GME for the remainder of however, like forever, like in perpetuity. Because think about it, like it just makes logical sense. Cap, thank you so much for the super. What is GME going? What the fuck is GME going to happen to AMC? Kidding. To the moon. How's the girl you're eyeing to short? She feeling it? What class do you have with her? Cap, I mean, I don't want to get into it. 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 Thank you for the super though. That'll be a conversation for later. That's like a post squeeze conversation. We can go over my major life dilemmas. Not dilemmas, just like disasters. Later. Would it make sense for hedge funds to start covering in the after hours with low volume so they can go ahead and cover the synthetic shares? Matt, it honestly, no. If they were to try and cover in the after hours, think about this. They would have, so say you have a big short position. After hours, there's low volume. So what you do when you cover the short position, you just flood the market with buy orders and buying volume. Now, if there's not that much selling volume in the after hours because the volume numbers are just so low, there's not as many people trading, then you're going to see the price just shoot. So it would make more sense for them to try to do it during market hours than to try to start it in after hours. They could try and do it in pre-market, maybe, but that would just lead into the day of the market and just cause like gamma, FOMO, like everybody would start to hop in. Why don't buyers buy shares on Millionaire on Campus? I bet there's a couple of them. I've seen like 4 Lamborghinis, a bunch of Aston Martins, but it's all like daddy money. It's crazy. The amount of cars that these kids have is just ridiculous. It is insane what type of money some of these families have that send their kids to school. Definitely makes sense. Awesome. Unless that's the idea to trick us with a fake squeeze. At this point, you can't fake squeeze it. You just can't. Like, what are you going to do? You'd have to. This is the whole thing about the fake squeeze. If you wanted to entice retail investors to sell, you would jack the price up, or you would send it way down. Like really hard. And this has to do with how good are they at manipulating the share price. Now, if they're able to, let's say, fake a squeeze to a height, well, let's think about the opposite. They would most likely be able to manipulate it to the downside too. You got to think about both sides. So they would never let it get to those levels. And when we see what happened back in June when the share price went from 10 to 77, If they were able to manipulate the stock that much, we would have never seen that happen. And with a fake squeeze at this point, if they let it run and like the average days on loan of a short position is still like deep back, like they're gonna cover. Like if one institution tried to fake squeeze it and let it run, well, they're gonna screw over the other institutions, and then that's gonna add to the buying volume in terms of like the price running up even more. We're gonna have FOMO, we're gonna have gamma. There's too many variables to control in that type of situation. So you couldn't really do it. Like it just wouldn't work. Earnings were good. They didn't issue guidance. So like they didn't issue guidance. So that's most likely what happened. The numbers were solid. But a lot of people were looking for the dividend and it just didn't happen. They're probably not ready for it. Like they're just not ready for it. And the thing is, it's speculation. We don't know that's what they're going to do with the crypto. We have no idea. We haven't seen anything from them, really. We've seen the wallet and we've seen the website. That's it. But yeah, also, if you guys don't mind, for all you new people coming in here, thank you. Just dropping a like on the stream. It just helps get some more people in here. So thank you guys so much for those of you who have done that and who are going to. It really means a lot. Are we ever going to see those FTDs that were in the millions ever again, or are they lost in the hedgy abyss? If we have another significant run-up, then yes, we are going to. Correct, June was a gamma squeeze because some bozo at a market maker wrote some really stupid option contract. Yeah, June. Here's what happened with June. What happened was that we had that break of 1450, and then we started running up to the previous all-time highs. And then we ripped. So we almost have to get back up to those levels that we saw before to really put pressure on these institutions to be like, all right, we got to cover something. Like, yeah, most likely what started the big 100% day was some shorts covering. It's just logical. Like they weren't able to maintain all of those margin requirements the entire time. And we saw that reflected in the Ortex data. That utilization went down, shortage just went down, and we ripped. But it didn't go down a significant enough amount. I believe at S3, eHorse said that it was about 1% of the shorts had covered, something like that, 1 to 3%. And we ripped. Now, people were trying to do some analysis on like, oh, if this many shorts covered when we had this run, how many would it be if they all covered? And you can't really do it that way. There's just too many variables at play to like really like figure out what the price could be. Yeah. So much focus on crypto regulations, so little on blatant shorts, FTDs. T Raiden, if you're new, you should go back in the stream. There is an SEC investigation right now. So for all of you guys who are new, like not new, but like came into the stream a little bit late, let's go through this SEC basically confirmed investigation one more time. This is from, and again, this was, I was hanging out in Trade Spotting stream and somebody brought this up, I believe, on in his live chat, and this is how I found it. But SEC investigation, it's directly mentioned in GameStop's quarterly report. On May 26, 2021, we received a request from the staff of the SEC for the voluntary production of documents and information concerning an SEC investigation into the trading activity in our securities and the securities of other companies. The SEC has since, this is the important part that we went over earlier, has since called for additional documents as a follow-up to the initial request. So this initial request, we found out about this in the last report, but they've since called for additional documents as a follow-up to the initial request. So they're still investigating, but the SEC hasn't made a public comment about this. But GameStop did, because they're like, well, we need to disclose what's going on. We are in the process of producing the documents and have been and intend to cooperate fully with the SEC staff regarding this matter. This inquiry is not expected to adversely impact us. And we went over a couple of different reasons for this, that this could be for, mainly the manipulation of their share price, and two, to make sure that if in the event that they want to offer one of these crypto dividends, that it checks all the boxes in terms of like getting out to everybody, and they can actually do it with no hiccups. That's most likely what we were looking at. SVD, did you see my message on Twitter about the 10Q page 32? Is it significant? Trevor, I believe that's talking about the manipulation of their share price and how it's going to be very volatile. But yeah, we can look at that. That's just a disclosure that they make. 32. Dang. Yeah. Yeah, that's just a disclosure that they make. Let's just see. I know they mentioned volatility. Let's see if we can find this. I think it might be, maybe it's this. Operational chain. It does. Oh wait, it says short squeeze, I believe. I believe it just says short squeeze. Oh, they say it a bunch of times. Oh boy, here we go. And we're gonna now we have I've command F'd in this 10Q all the times that they said short squeeze. Let's see. Risks related to our common stock. This looks like just a normal disclosure that they have to make. The market price of our common stock has fluctuated and may continue to fluctuate widely due to many factors, some of which may be beyond our control. These factors include, without limitation, short squeezes, comments by securities analysts or other third parties, including blogs, articles, message boards, and other in social and other media. Oh, that sounds like us. Large stockholders exiting their position in our Class A common stock, or an increase or decrease in the short interest in our Class A common stock. Yada 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 yada. They talk about what it is. This is the one right here that I believe where people were talking about. The extent aggregate short exposure exceeds the number of shares of our Class A common stock available for purchase on the open market. Investors with short exposure may have to pay a premium to repurchase shares of our Class A common stock for delivery to lenders of our stock. Those repurchases may in turn dramatically increase the price of our shares of our Class A common stock until additional shares of our stock are available for trading or borrowing. This is referred to as a short squeeze. Okay. So this is their most recent one. Let's go to the other one and see if we can find this. Just the same disclosure. Oh, uh-oh. It's not in here. Ooh, interesting. Huh. It's not in the, interesting, guys. This isn't in the last 10Q. So this right here, this document that we have right here, you can see it on my screen. This most recent quarterly report, this one previous. This disclosure about short squeezes, it's in this one, but it's not in the other one. But again, it's not like a, it's not like a, oh, that's why I sent it to you. Trevor, thank you. Thanks for bringing it up again. I thought originally like this was just a disclosure that they have to make. And it is. That's what this is. It's just a disclosure that's saying, hey, there are risks with owning or shorting our stock. And we want to make sure that that risk is adequately presented to investors of any kind, long or short. But that's interesting. When it was highlighted in AMC, people rode the FUD train on it. Yeah, it's just like this is just kind of a disclosure. Let's see. Information available in public media that is published by third parties, including blogs, articles, message boards, and other social or in other media may include statements not attributable to the company and may not be reliable or accurate. They're basically saying just do your own DD. We have received and may continue to receive a high degree of media coverage that is published or otherwise disseminated by third parties, blah, blah, blah. This includes coverage that is not, same thing. It's just saying it may not be reliable or accurate. They're saying they cannot confirm nor deny anything that we say. Obviously, they can't do that. So this is basically the risk factors that they're going over right here. Like risk for laws and regulation. Like this is all just risks. Like this is just like a disclosure that they have to make. But it's interesting that it's in this 10Q, but it's not in the most recent one. Did you see the DD about T plus 69? I have not. Not 100% true. They sat outside the shorted shares outnumber the stocks available to trade. They did. Which is weird. Hold on. We're going to mess around with this. Let's go to their Q. Wait, this is Q1. This one would be Q1. Oh, this is so strange. Because this one was this Q2, this Q1. Well, like the whole being over shorted like over 100%, it would apply more to Q1 than it would to Q2. Because right now, like when we take a look at the reported data for GameStop, like the short interest that's being reported is like 12%, 12%, 13%. It's not 140% anymore. But hold on, let's look back. Where is it? Where was it? I thought it was right here. Yeah. So let's read through that again. To the extent aggregate short exposure exceeds the number of shares of our Class A common stock available for purchase on the open market. I'm trying to go through like. No, it's not in this one. Okay. That is interesting, guys. That's pretty cool. Q1, Q2, Q1, Q2. Yeah. Maybe added since investigation is apparent. Maybe. Oh, it's over 140%. They're just hiding the hell out of it. It easily could be. Search this May 26, 2021. Yeah, Cam. Wait, in this one? This one, I know it's in here. I know it's in this one, but it doesn't say anything about being over shorted. This one, it just says about the investigation. This one, it talks about being over shorted. I'm bullet. Like the earnings good. They just were quick and they didn't issue guidance. It's like, oh yeah, the market's gonna freak out a little bit. Cool. Is anything changed? No. But it's very strange to me that they didn't mention the over shorting in Q1, but they're mentioning it in Q2. Uh-oh, shorts. All right, guys. Tomorrow's video is really going to be good. So we are going to go deep and oh my God. You know what we're also going to get tomorrow? A lot of BS FUD articles that we get to have fun just picking apart. Oh, this is going to be great. Let's see. What did I miss? Anybody saying some crazy stuff yet? I thought they mentioned it in Q1 and not Q2. We can look at that again. Cap, thank you so much for the super. I'm out, bud. You are my favorite stream. Be well. Cap, thank you so much for coming in. No, this is Q2. Look. Where's the date on this? Date. Come on. Where's the date? Yeah, published 9/18. So this is the one where it's mentioned. Right here. Wait. Hold on. Where is it? Right here. So it's mentioned in Q2, but not Q1. Very interesting. SCV baby blanket. How'd the draft go? It's pretty solid. Yeah, 007. I'll send you a I don't think I have like small stuff. Let's see. Also, thanks for all you guys coming out and hanging out in here tonight. SCV, I've tried to stop clicking on anything written by Motley Fool. There we go. SCV, you seen a message I sent you on Instagram about share discrepancies from broker to clearinghouse? JRaz, I have not. That's interesting. This stuff with GameStop right now, though, is wild. Like, I know it's the same thing. It's just the same situation. It's the same thing. In my mind, it's like anybody that's like, has like a superiority complex about like GameStop being better than AMC. Well, think about it. Where's the poll now? Like the poll for these short squeeze plays is like a lot of people talk about AMC and a lot of people are interested about AMC. A lot of people are also interested in GameStop. But if you look at like creators or like Twitter accounts, like AMC is equally as important to this situation as GameStop is. How do we win if they can continue to ladder it down? Think about this. It's just a matter of time. Everybody from January all the way up until end of May, there were a lot of naysayers that were like, it's not going to do anything. It's over. It already happened. It's been played out. But what happens 5 months or 4 months after the first initial run up? Boom to 77. It's just a matter of time. Do I think AMC and GME will squeeze at the same time? Yeah, I do. I think when one goes, they're all going to go. But again, nobody knows. Yeah, I don't see the I just don't get the fighting between the two. It's like, hey, we're all trying to make money here. Like, that's what we're doing. Penn versus DraftKings. Funny story. I bought Penn at 14 and I sold it at 36, and then it went to 114. That hurt. I had a decent amount of shares too. That would have been nice, but you know, paper-handed bitch. Do you think AMC will say more on? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Could you see the whole market tanking while AMC and GME squeeze? Yeah. It's possible. The reason why I think it's possible is that I don't think anything is impossible at this point from what we've seen. Nothing's out of the question. So let's see. We got 3 minutes left in market hours. AMC 46.43, GME 181.50. So here's the thing. If the theories are right that there are 5x, 10x, 15x the amount of shares that are supposed to be owned and out there, actually out there, then the cost of like covering those positions and what they would have to do to get that cash would definitely cause fire sales. If it's at the short interest numbers that it is at right now and that's really it, then no, it probably wouldn't. Would we see some hedge funds go down? Yeah, 100%. We just don't know the extent of the situation. We have an idea. And the squeeze catalyst, I think, for AMC and GME are slightly different. I think GameStop's is the crypto, and I think AMC's is a disclosure of ownership. We had a really good chance to do it with the say vote, which I know a lot of people were freaking out about. But again, you would need to get that number above 500 million at like a small percentage of like investors. And you would like the only way to prove it for sure is think about what happened in like Volkswagen versus AMC, because those two were disclosure of ownership catalysts. So the shareholders in Volkswagen, there was like two of them. There was the German government and there was Porsche. Didn't take very much for Porsche to be like, oh, we own this. And then the German government was like, oh, we own this. And then they were like, oh, but there's this much short interest. The shorts won't really be able to cover. We'll figure it out. We'll give them a price. We'll meet, yada, yada, yada. We'll control it and make sure nothing goes crazy. It's different with AMC. It's 4.1 million of them versus 2. So it's going to be a lot harder for that type of disclosure of ownership to happen unless there is some sort of outside catalyst that discloses it, that just shows what's going on. Something would have to slip up. You'd have to see something happen. And then you're like, oh, definitely there's more shares out there than there should be. And that's it. Based on numbers, did GV beat estimates? I believe they did. So I could pull gains from one into the other and back and forth. You could, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to be like, yeah, I hold GameStop. I don't talk about my positions though. I just don't like, because if I'm talking about if I'm buying, sell, like I don't want to have any issues. Zero. I just talk about information and help people with like learning like strategies revolving around options. I'll talk to you guys about my trades after they've concluded and I'm fully out of the position. I've done it many times. I just don't feel it's, I would definitely tell you guys 100%. I would tell you guys every move that I make. But is it worth the risk for like some like SEC person to be like, oh, he did this? It's like, nope, not worth it to me. Like, yeah, could I start like a Discord or like revolve my channel around like telling everybody what my trades are? Yeah. Am I personally willing to take that risk? No way. I always imagine anything that I say, Gary is sitting right here. People got accustomed to Adam Aron's earnings call style. Most executives, most earnings calls are like GME's was today, though. Exactly. Will you get back in at the bottom after the squeeze? I'm never, this is my thing personally. I'm not ever going to sell all of my position. Here's why. There's two reasons. One, simple sentimental value. We've gone through a lot over the last 8 months, and there are a lot of positives to doing this, a lot of negatives, but again, really, really cool experience to have this opportunity to talk to you guys about this situation and like meet all of you. Really cool. So that's one of the reasons. The second one is that when it comes down to a supply and demand issue and they need to buy our shares, we control what happens if that's the situation. So basically, you can have some of my shares, but you cannot have all of them. It's just my own personal, like, screw you to these institutions that have been messing with the market, if that makes sense. Gary sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, but hedgies get let off with a mistake. That was awesome. Corey, that is great. SB, what happened to Roaring Katie? He got really scrutinized, didn't he? I can understand wanted to keep a low profile. He just, I don't think he, like, in the call, it wasn't, like, crazy. It wasn't like they were, like, blaming him, I don't think. And he was like, yeah, I never did anything. So I think he was good to go. I just don't want to mess around with it. Counselor Diamond Hands, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Shout out to all you guys who send those in. I like really, really appreciate it, guys. You don't have to do that. And I really appreciate it. So you pay people to go on media tours to bash AMC and say there's no squeeze. Then why are you on tour? What is that? Who pays people to go on media tours? Did GME make any special announcements today? No, but there was some pretty cool like nuggets in their 10Q, which we're going to talk about in a big video tomorrow. I hope you guys are ready for that one. That'll come out at 4:10 tomorrow. I have a clause tomorrow. Thursdays are the worst. I actually have to do a lot of homework tonight. I have to read 2 things, do a quiz, and I might have something else to do too. Oh, that's annoying. But, you know. What percentage of shares do you think is a good amount to keep after the MOAS? However many you want. No, Counselor's been in here before. He's cool. I think that message was just misinterpreted. Damn, dude, you're a beast. Appreciate the stream time. Anytime, Corey. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm trying to, like, make sure you check DM. SEC stuff is old news. SCB's fake ID, I know it is. I know. But people didn't know about it. So, yeah, exactly. Counselor, thank you. Yeah, thanks for clarifying. You didn't need to send another super. thank you though. I was watching for your message. The hedgies are paying them like Gasparino or whatever his name is. That is what I thought you were saying. I study finance, but like yeah, I don't know. We can do all your homework. Okay, cool. But the problem is that I'm gonna have to take a quiz. You guys want to do my quiz right now? We could do my quiz right now. Does anybody know about balance of payments for global finance? Because I have to do that. I had to take a 1-question quiz, so I better get it right. SV, I don't know, you do it all. Thanks for sharing your stream with us, where you're so busy with school too. Thank you, Pam. I like last semester it was all online, so I was good. I was making 3 videos a day, and I could do other things too that I wanted to do. But then I got sucked in, and then it was summertime, and let's take a quiz. We're not taking the quiz. I'll do it after. We have the internet. Guys, I know. I'll just search it. Like, it'll be fine. Don't worry. I'll be fine. We can do that though. Like one night we can do some of my homework. We can do that. I just have to read 2 things for my lab tomorrow. Oh, I don't want to do that. Your thesis better be on market manipulation. I don't have to do a thesis. Oh, one of my friends' classes, somebody was talking about short squeezes as the teacher, and it was funny. I was like, oh, I'll come in and give a presentation. I'm going to request a paper share. You can't get a paper share. You can't. I looked. I was going to try, and you just can't do it. Just starting to learn about the fancy finance world. Yeah, it's different. Do you think we see some of the expected price action for this week? Or do we hit 50 and run by Friday? We could easily hit 50. Like, man, I've been through business school and worked 2 jobs the whole time. Props to you. You were a leader in this community. Never forget that. Milo, thank you. Crowdsource your homework. No, we're not doing my homework. That's not what the streams are for. What's your best guess at the... I have no idea what the partnership's going to be. Like, AMC GME partnership. I don't know. I honestly don't. Because I'm thinking like you could go play video games in the theater on like a big screen. But the problem is that most likely you could probably get like between 8 and 16 people in one theater playing a game at any given time. And like, who has 16 friends to go play video games with? I don't think I could coordinate 16 of like people to go to a movie theater and play video games with. So it would almost be like taking up theater space if they were to do that. I think what they could do is like remove the, I don't know. I honestly don't know what they could do. Yeah, esports, but are they just going to broadcast it? Or because remember, the theaters have like steps, like the actual like room like has steps up. So even if they took out all the seats, it would be hard to like get a giant like competition going in the thing and then broadcast it on the screen. They'd have to like really revamp their theaters. It's the opposite. GME will have mini theaters in each store. Oh, that could be cool. Tournaments and watch parties, easily esports live like UFC. We could. It would be streamed. I mean, yeah, I'm not too deep in like the esports or like video game realm. So I don't know what the interest would be for that. But I believe I fully trust Adam Aaron to make solid business decisions. So if he sees that there's an opportunity in the market for that, go for it. That's why I've invested in this company. Like if it was just some idiot CEO, I would have been like, yeah, there's a short squeeze play. It could go, but if he's going to be messing around doing stupid stuff for the company, it's like, that's probably not good. But Adam Aaron is just such a solid business guy that he's somebody that you can put your faith behind just due to his track record in other businesses and what he's done for AMC so far. If you were UFC, wouldn't you want your events live at AMC and GME? I would. AMC, yes. SCV critical question, go-to drunk food? Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, Blaze, if you guys have ever had Blaze Pizza, just at like 2 a.m., oh boy. Esports are huge and continues to grow. I agree. Oh, what's up, Fluffer? Long time no see. Glad you're doing well. I still hold for everyone. Much love, Dirty Apes. Hey, man. Love you too, Kenny G's personal fluffer. Denny's. We got Waffle House one night in Orlando. No. Blaze Pizza is the name of it. It's like Subway or Chipotle, but for pizzas. It's called Blaze. Alex, trying to twist my words. My bet is AMC will be included in the crypto GME was working on, not a dividend per se, but as a partner. It could be. I don't know. I mean, they're both working it in now too. Like GameStop has the infrastructure for it. AMC is accepting it. Yeah, Waffle House, I don't know. I'd say Waffle House might be overrated. It was good, but like, I don't know. I know you're joking because, yeah, I know, Alex. Quick rebound for GME tomorrow or good dip buy opportunity for a while. I don't think the sentiment is going away. I honestly don't. Somebody, Bacon Ape says Blaze is okay. Yeah, you probably get cheese pizzas at Blaze. I've seen people walk into Blaze and just get a cheese pizza, and I'm like, what are you doing? I get like all the sauces, all the toppings. Like I go nuts at Blaze. It's like $12, not even, and you just run it. It's the best thing ever. Waffle House, overrated. Direct phone line. Oh, I got to get a direct phone line into Citadel? Oh, I can't do that. Is that like a soundboard deal? Yeah, I don't think the sentiment is going anywhere. Like, think about it. Like, you can kind of gauge like what people are like interested in by like how many people are gonna like come on the stream. There was over 1,000 people in here at one point. Like, come on now. It's like 8 at night. It's 7, 8 at night, and people are still like wanting to talk about AMC and GameStop. Think about that. People are still really interested in what's going on. Oh, I'm hungry too. I like only ate once today yet. Clay bro, what's up, man? How you doing? Hit the like for my little bro STV. Thank you, Clay bro. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another stream. I say interested out, just invested at ooh. Yeah. Blaze is really good. I've done Subway a few times, but it's like, eh. Correction tomorrow, force test trend got rejected. What's next? Yeah, 4 tests. Here's the thing. They were talking, I think a lot of people were talking about the 4 test. 1, 2, 3. I see 3 right here. There's this one, which is at like 46.50. But 1, 2, I see 3 right here. So we might need one more. I don't know. I haven't watched. I heard Trey did make a video about the 4 test. But from what I'm seeing right here is, oh, maybe it's because of this. Maybe it's 2 right here. These would count as 2. Okay, fair. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Okay. I mean, let's look at this from a longer time frame, like year to date. RSI 61, MACD green. We're still in this bullish trend. We just had a rough day. Like, it happens. Oh, 007. Good luck, man. Have fun. Definitely send some baby pictures when that's allowed. He hasn't called it yet. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Video name of it is He Was Wrong. He's not wrong. Hold up. Let's see what's going on here. You can't. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. When you're doing analysis like this, especially publicly, when you think about the 4-test trend for AMC, it's happened many times. But here's the thing. We saw the 4th test on a wild day. Like, if this just happened on like a normal Wednesday and we broke above and stayed above 48.50, then yeah, boom time. But the thing is that it was GameStop's earnings day. We know we're going to have a lot of volatility. We know the track record of what happens after GameStop's earnings. So yeah, we tested it for the 4th time. We didn't stay over it, but you got to remember that there's other dynamics in play as well. Like, I don't want to see anybody being like, oh, Trey got it wrong, blah, blah, blah. That's not the case. Like he's just looking at what he's been seeing. I don't think anybody's going to do that either. Like, I'm just putting that out there to get ahead of it. Like, I don't want to see any of that. Yeah. Again, we could test it tomorrow. Like, we could test it Friday. We could test it Monday. Like, it's just that level. Like, hold on. Let's go back to 1450. What do I want to go on here? 4 hours sounds good. Oh, is it really going to do this? Oh, there we go. Like 14, where's 1450? 12, 15, came back down. Okay, hold up. 1450 came down. Broke it right here. Broke it. Yeah, that was the original one. I mean, we were messing around at some of these levels for a while. Like, it's very possible that, like, okay, the next one could be it. The next one could be it. We don't know for sure yet that, like, when it's going to happen. We got a new baby ape coming. Good luck, 007, man. Congratulations. Technical analysis doesn't work on AMC. That's wrong. Market crash. Yeah, it could. The Fed's the wild card, though, in the market correction situation. The Fed, we can talk about that. We can talk about the market situation. It's not good. Like, nothing looks good with the market right now. But the thing is that they have the Fed as their secret weapon. It's like the big brother. Think about it that way. Think about, like, if you're a young kid getting bullied and you know, like, your older big brother is like just like big man on campus and is just going to come around and solve all your problems. That's kind of what the market is like with the Fed. The Fed's not going to let stuff go down. So if the market starts freaking out, the Fed's just going to come in and solve all your problems for you. Ron Allen, thank you so much for the super. Not to be a pain, just finished the gym. What are the updates you were talking about? So we have that potential AMC and GameStop partnership. Adam Aaron has been in talks with someone at GameStop. And then we have this SEC investigation that we've been, a lot of people have been like, oh, it's not happening, but it is. And then the other interesting thing is that in this SEC report right here, this most recent 10Q, they mentioned that there's basically been over shorting. And this is Q2. When you look at the 10Q from Q1, it doesn't mention anything like that. But the weird thing is that the overshorting would be more applicable in Q1 than it is now because of what we're seeing in terms of the reported short interest. So it's a weird thing that's been happening right now. And they made a lot of disclosures about short squeezes. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah. These hoodies technically don't exist. You had to win something to get this. Actually, no, this one, somehow my mom got these hoodies, but then I got another one from winning this case competition that I did. Let's see. I think they would be chasing those option contracts. What's Max Payne for this week? We're not going to get it to Max Payne. No way. Max Payne last week was like 41. Let's see. AMC, Max Payne 43. So if you guys don't know what Max Payne is it's the strike price that the most amount of puts and calls expire out of the money. So worthless. So it's Max Payne for options holders. So obviously the market makers would want to pin it around that Max Payne price, that 43, which what we're seeing this week, it was 41 last week. Is it going to get there? It could, but I doubt it. But for, oh wait, hold on. This might be for, yeah, this is this week. Let's see what Max Payne is for next week. Max Payne next week, 38, but that'll update. If I was looking for a job after school, where would I look? I would go to law school. I'm taking a year off though to like do YouTube, social media, and then real estate and other types of business. It's like, in my mind, law school is always gonna be there. But if I have like this opportunity to do this type of stuff for a while, I might as well see how far I can take it, right? Max Payne also states AMC is 97% short squeeze. Oh boy. Is this the new 1450 or the new 801? $50 strike is loaded for this week. Over 100K volume. Volume's not as important, in my opinion, as open interest. Oh, this is wild. So this week for the 50, yeah, 24,000 contracts. Really important. Like, that's big. That's 2.45 million shares that could potentially get hedged for. But if these ran in the money, it would be like half of that. So it would be like little less than like 1.2 million shares. It would be like 1.15 million shares that they would need to buy in order to hedge. And then what else? Yeah. So what were we talking about? What were we saying? Hold up. Yeah, but 4850 I've heard is like the new technical level. I think 50 is good because we're deep past that 4850 and we've got those options. And then next week, 25,000. So then that bumps it up to 5 million shares. And then these contracts that are already in the money, these deltas go up and they have to hedge more of these. Let's see. Vix, you're cool at Waffle House. What's the Yeah, I don't know. Ron Allen, thank you so much for the super. Because of you, I started doing options. Oh boy, I hope the rest of this is good. Credit spreads on other stocks feeding my in the money AMC calls. Friggin' fun. Ron, awesome, man. STV, you going to any UConn football games? Maybe. I could. I might. Probably not, though. How long am I staying on till? I'll be on till 9. Maybe 8:45. Oh, thank you, Clay, bro. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, also, if you guys aren't following Claybro already, make sure you guys go sub to his YouTube channel, Claybro, and then on Twitter, I believe it's Claybro as well. That should pop up. UConn basketball? UConn basketball is always legit. Oh, what's up, Avatar? How you doing, man? Yeah, Ron, thank you so much for that super. Dun, dun, dun. Guys, we almost have as many likes right now as there are people watching. That's crazy. That is wild. It's almost power half hour too. I'm gonna need to do some more DD on how to utilize options. I'm excited for the future. Jazz, 100%. Options are great, very risky. If you know what the risk is with options, you're good to go. Any good videos you would recommend for selling puts? Honestly, just like search like put selling and like how to sell puts and like the strategies around it, and you'll be able to. Somebody will be like you can. There's just gonna be a lot of videos. How's school going? It's all right. After this, I got to do homework, which really stinks because I want to go to bed. I'm really tired. I'm probably gonna sleep in a little bit tomorrow because I already have my video idea for tomorrow set up. Usually, I wake up early, figure out the video, and then go take a break and try to work on something, and then I go to class, then I come back, make a video. Tomorrow, so bad. I have lab from 11 to 1. Then after that, I have to come back here, which is kind of far. Like the parking garage is a disaster. And then there's always people walking around. And I'm like, get out of my way, please. And then I have to come back here, record the video, edit it, upload it, and then go back to class. I might have to tell my professor, I'm going to be like, I'm not going to be able to make it on time, which I'm probably gonna have to do. It stinks. No drama in here. We're not doing drama. Good evening, Vix. Can you explain again how the crash will benefit AMC? Thank you again. There's a lot of different ways that a crash would benefit AMC. One, it would cause this widespread deleveraging. And here's the thing. It depends on the severity of the crash. In 2008, big global financial crisis, they turned off the ability to short. So if you have an existing short position, you're not going to be able to short it anymore. You're probably going to make a decent amount of money on it, but you're going to have to cover your position. Now, we've talked about this a little bit in the past with the crash in AMC, that when AMC comes down, when these shorts really start to hammer it, when the market starts to come down, they're eventually going to get it to the point where like, yeah, we can cover now. So say it drops 20%, 30%, 40%. In my mind, I view that as the final shakeout where it gets out everybody who's like paper-handed and not fully willing to hold through these volatile times. A lot of people buy more shares at cheaper prices, and then they start to cover. And there's also the negative beta aspect of it as well, but we don't know how that's going to play out. We have no idea. Ooh, all my energy drink cans, I just knocked them all over. Whoops. Ron Allen, thank you so much for the super. I refuse to like you. Hair is too perfect. Ron, thank you. Hey, I'm going to start timing out drama in here, you wild people. I just don't care. Like honestly, like I get that you guys want to figure out what's going on with the drama and stuff. I have no idea what's going on, and I don't really care. It doesn't, like, that's the thing. It's like, who cares? Like, how is this going to benefit you as a investor by paying attention to the drama in the community? Like, yeah, it can be entertaining. It can be fun to watch, but like, it doesn't help anybody really. It just creates division. So like, I just don't want to, I just don't care. Like if somebody's coming out and being like blatantly stupid to other people, yeah, I'm going to talk wild about them. But if it's just like little stuff that people are like, oh, blah, 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 it's like, I don't care. People are going to do what they're going to do. And that's not at anyone. It's just in general. It's just drama is like, why? It's like, what are we doing here, guys? Come on. Yeah, they're both apes. Exactly. Common denominator. We want the stock to go up. All right. This is weird. When I sit up straight, I'm like out of the camera. I just saw that. I'd have to like come back here so you guys can see me. All right. We got 1 minute till power half hour. Is AMC going to eventually pass GME? I don't know. I don't think so. Just because I think that, here's the thing. I think AMC is going to go to crazy high levels. I think GME is going to go to high levels as well. But I also think that GameStop is going to just go to a higher number. It doesn't matter what that number is. What matters is the percentage gain of the position that you're holding from the current time. Like, that's what really matters. It's like, okay, GameStop has many less share, like way less shares out in the market than AMC does. So if there's going to be a squeeze, most likely GameStop would go higher. But since AMC is cheaper in terms of the dollar amount of the share price, it's easier to get your hands on more shares. So does it make a difference? Not really. It just comes down to whether you think the short squeeze thesis for one or the other is better and how you decide to allocate your own money. Vic's low-key flexing his height. No, I'm not that tall. If they were even, yeah, if they were even, for sure, but they're not. Do you think shorts would find a way out of the squeeze? Eventually, they're going to have to buy them back. Like, eventually they will. Oh, what's up, Chopper? Just an FYI, there's no drama between that. Yeah, there's no drama, guys. I'm not that tall, says the giant. I'm not that tall. Bro, I thought you was 5 feet. No. I'm like 5'14". Ryan Sinclair, thank you so much for the super. Screw the drama. Apes together strong. And Matt's rant about Gasparino at the end of the day was priceless. Did he do another one? Did Matt have another Gasparino rant today? That last one, it's 354. That was awesome. I rant sometimes. I think Matt and Trade Spotting have the best rants because the awesome thing, this is what I like when Trade Spotting rants, he'll just be like talking like very calmly, very normally about like the technical analysis of the chart. It's kind of quiet. He'll be looking at the chart right here. He'll be like, yeah, we're looking at these levels. And then he'll just go crazy and then just bring it right back down to the chart. And it's hilarious. It's awesome every single time. Oh, I got to watch that rant. Was it at the end of the day? Oh, I think Gasparino tweeted today. I think he had a tweet. I think he tweeted. He's just an idiot. I think he put it up on his Chords Clips channel. All right, I'll watch that after. When I'm making my dinner, I'll watch that. And Matt's rant was epic today. I haven't seen it. All right, I'll watch that. Yeah, the Trade Spotting rants I think are like my favorite. They're just good every time. Play the video. I'm gonna get copyright struck, so I don't want any smoke with YouTube. I don't want to commit any violations. I don't want that. I don't want any of that. YouTube, I play nice. I'm a good boy. I don't do anything crazy. His Citadel call skit was gold as well. See, play the video, Vix. It's great. I can't. Everybody just go watch it. Here's the thing. We have a bunch of people in here right now. If you guys want to go watch the video and support Matt, just go watch it. Go drop a like on the video. Drop a comment. Do that. It doesn't help. It doesn't help him if like I just pull it up on the screen and then all these people watch it, but then he doesn't like. Anyone have recommendations for books on trading or strategies for beginners? There's like a Understanding Options book that I've read. That's pretty good. Don't get in trouble like TMI. TMI doesn't get into trouble. He just like trouble just comes for him. Yeah, Adam. I think okay. I remember that the newscaster on Fox was like. She was like saying things, and Adam Air was just like He was like so giddy about getting out that GameStop comment. He was just like, well, you know, if they just kept talking back and forth. That was funny. And I was like, what's he gonna say? And then he was like, we have talked to GameStop. And I was like, and then like, look what happened today when he said that. Look what happened. He said that right around here. Boom, 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 boom candle. Little sell off. Boom, boom, all the way up to 49. What was our high today? 49.40. Jasperino was on Fox saying there's no short squeeze potential after Adam was on Fox. All right, dude. Short it then. Like Gasparino, just short it. See what, like, do it. Do it. Do it. I dare you. I dare you to do it. What's going on with GME? This typically happens after their earnings. Like, we can go back. Let's see. It was June 8th, I believe, was there. June 8th? I'm guessing it's right around here. Where is it? 4-hour candle. June 8th, right here. Run up, little up in the after hours. Wait, let's just look at daily candles. That's so much easier. That's a 2-hour. I want the daily. Oh, brother. June 8th. June 8th. June 8th. 7%, 0.85%, and big drop. 27% down. So after GameStop's earnings, they typically sell off. It happens. Unless they announce something awesome. Wait a minute. There's more likes than viewers. Are rich future apes who bought time machines watching this video as well? Mo has confirmed. No, we had a bunch of people in here earlier, and I think a lot of people filtered out for a while. Gasparino was accusing retail of stock manipulation too. You said, well, what are we not allowed to buy a stock now? You just can't buy a stock? Like, because there's a potential for a big run-up to happen, you're not allowed to buy a stock? Come on now. Information is like the biggest, it's the hottest commodity on Wall Street in banking, in like trading, in investing. Some people are privy to more information than others, and some people know how to source the information. I don't see a problem with people finding information and then telling other people about the information. That's really it. Like, come on now. What are you gonna come on the air and be like, the stock is bad, and say all that stuff about he is a manipulator? Like you can, like, I saw it that one time. It was something to do with Robinhood. Like there was he said something, and then the stock moved, and then something else happened. It was a weird thing. How old am I? I'm 22. The likes are squeezing. Yeah, you guys are short squeezing everything tonight. Drinking beer, listening to you, watching South Park. Perfect evening. How can you multitask like that? Did I see the video of TMI dancing and singing? No. Where is that? So I will really enjoy Matt's rant. Oh, perfect. If I saw it, I would have gone on a rant too, but I didn't see it. I was busy today. I hate being so busy. Like, and I'm like trying to like, I'm trying to not like when I'm not doing this, I'm trying to not think about it and not get so sucked in anymore. It's like my main goal. That's like the worst thing that I did. It's like I get hyper focused on things, and I like, whatever, not talking about it. Happy birthday, STV. Thank you. Happy birthday to you too. If we're just saying happy birthday to people, happy birthday. Payment for order flow is what Gasparino was manipulating with Robinhood. He said it was off the shelf. Oh, I remember that. Who's excited for quadruple witching? Yeah, no, it's don't hype that up. Vic, since this may be an unprecedented stock market event, do you see the government capping the stock price of AMC to protect the market as a whole? How the thing is like, what would be the mechanism for them doing that? Like how like, what are they going to turn it off? Turn off stocks? It's like, do you realize what would happen to the government and like our institutions if they said no and they said we can't do this? There's 4.1 million people who have a beneficial interest in AMC going up. And if it rallies even more, there's going to be more people with positions. It's a big group of people that like would get angry. Like it would just be a bad situation if they did that. It would be very bad for all parties. It just wouldn't, like, retail would be upset. The government would have a problem. Like, it would just be bad. Tommy, thank you so much for the super. Guys, thank you guys so much. I wonder what the percentage of media own AMC and GME shares and options that are in the finance world. I bet it's over 70% of FUD media talking heads. Here's the thing. The people that are in finance that say bad things about AMC haven't looked into it deep enough, and they're still caught up on that fundamentals, and they can't get their head around like a short squeeze play of what's going on here. But the really smart ones that have done the research, those are the people that you want to talk to and get information, like not get information, but like talk to about these types of things. Because here's the thing. Some of these people that work at these institutions are brilliant people. They're incredibly smart. And if they are using that brain power and their experience in these financial markets by working in the industry for years, and those types of people are saying, oh, this is interesting, and here's why, this, and this. Those are the types of people that are like the absolute silverbacks of this movement. Because we have a couple, like I know a couple of them, like Kringle. We've had Kringle on here a bunch of times. Kringle, really, really smart guy. Works at, or I think he has his own institution. Really smart dude, not even just revolving around the AMC and GameStop situation, but with the whole market and how the financial system works. And he spreads that knowledge to everybody. He has a school now, and it's like, those are the types of people that you want, like, helping out with the, like, information sourcing. The IRS is going to have a field day when the MOAS happens. Maybe we'll just pay off the debt. We'll just wipe clean the United States debt. Here's the other thing. Everybody was asking for tinfoil hat. Here's a really big hold on. Okay, this tinfoil hat theory is stupid, but if we squeeze before, one thing that would have to happen is they need to be able to kick the debt ceiling situation down the road to the end of the year or till tax season when they can bring in all this revenue. If we can squeeze before then and they can generate all this revenue from the taxable like income from all of these apes making a bunch of money, then they would be able to fix these types of situations and maybe pay off a significant portion of our debt. Chris Kringle? No, it's not Chris Kringle. Oh, we have someone wild coming in here. Oh boy, I can't do it. I wish I could. I wish I could just ban them now. I can't though. Trucking all day. Thank you so much for that big super. Have you heard of AMC sensory friendly showings for the special needs community? For years now, my daughter can go to AMC without the stigma of movie silence while enjoying a theater movie. I have not, but that's awesome. I have not heard of that, Truckin', but that is really great. I didn't know they did that. Oh boy, Truckin', thank you so much for another super. I've been in AMC highs and lows since 2014. Okay, I think Truckin' is now the oldest ape that I have met. I've been in AMC highs and lows since 2014. Proud whole older ape. AMC at 300 and Dogecoin at $5. I retire and spend more time with my daughter. Great job, SCV. Truckin'. Man, I really hope that works out for you. Let's see. We got like a little while left. I started ranting before that. Yeah. This is funny. I can't believe that account came in here. I've seen it before in other chats. They're wild. Yeah, also, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at shortthevix1. After the stream is over, if you guys follow me, I will follow you right back. Also, right now, I'll do it too really quick. So it's just shortthevix1 on Instagram. If you guys have not already, let's see. I'll pull this up real quick so we can have this here. Let's see. All right. Anyone else make a tinfoil hat? I was going to, but didn't end up working too well. Pam the trader has been in GME since the Apple LLC launch. I think Pam, you were December of last year, right? Or something like that. Something like that. Oh, there we go, guys. Have you seen Boss Bun Steve D? Very impressive. I have. Oh, TMI's baby mama just followed. There you go. AMC discount for veterans and military personnel and families and or for disabled people. Awesome. I didn't know they did that. Oliver Lakey. I'm not sure who that is. Let's see. Know who I haven't seen in here? Freaking Mandy. I don't know who Mandy is. We haven't had any Mandy sightings in here tonight. TMI's baby mama is just here to make sure Mandy does not come around. Yeah. Ban Mandy. You guys are harsh. Got GME and AMC both on January 25th. Then wow. That's a good day to get in. 2 days before, huh? That is a pretty solid day to get in. Hold on, let me make sure I got this up here. Smaller account. Awesome. It's power half hour right now. We are fully into power half hour. In your opinion, why do you think our breaks above the 48.50 level were unsuccessful today, and how do you foresee tomorrow's? Okay, so the breaks above 48.50, we have to think about what was going on today. Today was like wild card day. We knew we were going to see a lot of volatility going into today just because GameStop's earnings were happening after hours. Like there were going to be a lot of like weird positioning during the day for like what they thought was going to happen with the earnings. Like maybe some people thought some good news was going to get released. Maybe some people thought that the numbers were going to be bad, so they shorted. We were seeing these volatile price moves today. So when we see these rips up, comes down, rips up, comes down. It's a weird day to try to like figure out what's going on. It's like, okay, well, we have earnings. Earnings is always like coin flip, see what happens. If you can use some math to like give yourself a little bit of a statistical advantage when you're playing earnings, then you have a good chance, but you still never know what's going to happen in an earnings call. I believe it was Mark Cuban that said, if you want to own more of a stock, you talk smack about it. You want to get as much as possible before people catch on. Everybody does it. Yeah, there's some big institutions that I've heard do that too, with like upgrades, downgrades. Yeah, they do try to push us down at the end of the week. Who knows? If we can hang up, where did we finish on Friday? All right, this is just glitching out tonight. TMI was talking about his fake accounts on Twitter today, like the ones that impersonate him or his burners. I do not want to do homework. Let's see. Oh, he's got Kringle on there too? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't talked to Kringle in a little while. Burners cough, Mandy. We had a small red today, and it down 0.3%. 0.9, but in the after hours, we're down 2.11 to 46.40. We could easily see this get bought up tomorrow. Easily. We could also see a continuation to the downside. You just got to be prepared. We're going to see volatility. Let's see. Let's see what AMC's Ortex did by the end, because it usually flickers around. AMC. Came back a little bit, 19.21. So it was at like 19.04, I believe. And now it's back up to 19.21. And it started at 19.23. So really no change today in the short interest. If it goes lower, I may be forced to buy more. There you go. I can care less about up and down numbers. I just sit back and wait for those 5- and 6-figure numbers to pop up on my alerts. There you go. Yeah, remember what happened the day after AMC's earnings? We were up, I believe, and then we got knocked down. So it didn't really matter. Like, yeah, it gave, like, everybody was, like, really hyped up about what AA had to say, but at the end of the day, like, it didn't really help the share price. They borrowed like 10 million Friday? I don't think so. Yeah, the SEC investigation basically is confirmed. Adrian, we're going to talk about that in the video tomorrow night. We've gone over it tonight like 5 times. So we're going to let that ride for tomorrow's video. I got to do a little bit more research on it, and then we're going to go over it. Oh, they did? That's drunk. 10 million. They were saving them for this. Meet Kevin just posted a video about AMC and GME. There we go. Let's see. Something fishy about the utilization. Yeah, I mean, they're getting their hands on more shares of loan out. Like when you think about where the short interest is at right now and where it's been in the past, short interest, all-time high. Utilization, not at 100% yet. That means that they've figured out a way to get their hands on more shares to loan out. So that's a share lending issue really right there. That's drunk, great new expression. You never heard that before? Oh, my attendees before an investigation? Yeah, me too. STD, thanks for keeping me entertained while I work. TMI's box, no problem. No problemo. All right. Kitty Claus, I got you. Sent you my take on today's AMC cartoon. I draw and trade. Oh, there we go. STV hates school because of trading. I hate school because they don't teach you anything useful. That's why I hate school. You just have to play their game until you can leave. That's really it. I think robbery is lending out all their customer insurance since they know we're not selling, just saying, yeah, I mean, they shouldn't be able to do that. Like, that's just a weird thing that they're able to do. Short selling, honestly, yes, it is healthy that some companies deserve to be shorted, but the thing is that it's very it's easy to manipulate the share price of a stock if you can flood it with selling volume like that. So in my opinion, you shouldn't really be able to have your shares loaned out, shorted, and all of that BS. If you want to bet against a stock and you think it's overvalued, just buy puts, even though they have an expiration date. But you can do a lot of things to basically bet for a stock going down or against going up. There are a lot of other ways to like be short the stock. A lot of other ways. So what we've seen here is that, like, yeah, in some situations, shorting can get really out of hand, but it's like, I don't know. It's a weird thing. SCV is low-key hilarious. Angel. I'm very tame on the stream. Very, very tame. It wouldn't be able to be done if we're out in the open and transparent because everyone would know what they're doing. Agreed. Let's see. It wouldn't be able to be done if we're out in the open and transparent. Yeah. I wish Citadel was on the stock market so we could short them. Yeah, I mean, didn't they try to go? I thought they were going to try to go public at one point. I think they tried. And some people were just like, no, we're not doing that. But who knows? It could happen in the future. So unless I called them and gave them permission, they're not letting my shares 100%. You'd be able to see in your like transactions if you were receiving interest payments, but in a cash account, they should not be able to, but I've seen it done in my account. But you just have to make sure that your share lending is turned off at whatever brokerage you're at. We was about to go off the edge of the observable universe with AMC. We're going to need a spaceship. Yep, 100%. I wonder if my neighbors can hear me and what they think I'm doing in here. I do wonder that because I feel like they can hear me if I'm like walking by or like my neighbors can hear me. So I wonder what everybody thinks I'm doing in here. It's probably not what I'm actually doing. Can't short financial institutions. You can short banks. Confessions of a Market Maker podcast? Ooh. Interesting. I would listen to that. How long does an SEC investigation even take? As long as it takes, honestly, like to get the information that they need. It would be funny if someone in the hall yelled, "Yes, they can hear you." That would be very funny. Neighbors probably like, "See, hun, he's in it too." Yeah, I feel like there's some families in this apartment complex, but it's all college. It's like not like probably 80%, 85% college kids. That boy that talks about himself squeezing. SCV is in the works of getting everyone rich. I just want to tell people about the situation. Uh-oh, guys, less than a minute left. Let's see. Yeah, Thursday and Friday have been red days. I think we're going to see a lot of volatility tomorrow. I think we're going to see a lot of dip buys come in. I think we're going to see a lot more shorting. That was kind of the thing that I was saying like over the last couple of days. We're going to see a lot of volatile price moves this week, up and down. Oh, hold on. Don't do it. Let me do it. I did it. Oh, I think Pam and I did it at the same time. I just blocked them. All right, guys. That's going to wrap up the stream. Thank you to all of you guys who came in, hung out with me. Tough day today. Hopefully we have a better day tomorrow. I got to go off and eat and do some homework. So peace. I will see you tomorrow.